Hey y'all, it's Amanda. I'm going to do a full coverage foundation routine. How I do it. I'm not a professional. I'm not trained to do this. I've not had any classes. I watch YouTube videos. So, I've already moisturized my face, which I don't do often because I'm really oily. Around my T-zone, my chin, my forehead, my nose. It gets really oily if I use thick moisturizer all the time, so I don't really do it. Most of the time, I use, I don't even know what brand this is, but it's kind of like the Pond's, like Old Lady moisturizer. Dry skin cream. It's really thick, so if you have dry skin, it's really good. Mine dries out in the winter a lot, but since we're not having winter, it's not dry. So let's do this. Pin my hair back. Somebody call CoverGirl. Okay, if I'm looking off to the side, my mirror's right here and my makeup's over here. First, I use primer. Primer keeps your foundation on longer. This one's sticky. It don't have like a silicone feel. It's the Hard Candy. Can you see that? Sheer Envy Primer, Long Wear, 12-hour power. They have another good one too, and it does have the silicone feel. It's really good. I'm not really sure what it's called. It's in a white tube, I think. So, nose, chin, forehead, and then work out. Eyes, if you have really oily eyelids, make sure to put primer there too. It'll help your eyeshadow stick better. And you can use the eyeshadow primer. I use concealer because I have like this crazy vein in my eye here, and I have a scar over here. So concealer covers all that up so that your eyeshadow will stick better. Okay, what foundation do I want to use today? Okay. This is the Loreal Infallable Pro Matte 24 Hour. I'm in shade 102 Shell Beige. This says the finish is demi to semi-matte, which it dries pretty matte on me. So if you like the matte face, no dew or, whatever, because I'll just look greasy if I do that. Lasts 24 hours. The texture is air light, which that's pretty right, I guess. Pretty accurate. So how I put it on, I get about that much, and I dot it all over my face. How attractive. My kids think this is just the funniest thing. Which, they're at their Mimi's house today, so that's why I don't have children in the background. And I have a breakout right there because, some girls break out when it's that certain period in time. Okay, and that's why I don't use concealer first, just because I feel like if you put concealer first and then you put foundation over it, it's defeating the purpose. Because when you rub your foundation around, it moves the concealer and it doesn't do what you need it to do. So first I'm going to use a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I showed you this in my brush video. I just cleaned it. To do the foundation to rub it in first. So I just buff it in, round, circular motions, get the eyelids, under the eyes. Try not to be too rough with under the eyes because that's really thin skin, but do as I say, not as I do. Make sure to drag it down your neck so everything matches and you don't look like you have a mask on. Forehead. Make sure it's up in your hairline again so you look like you don't have a mask on. Okay. So that's pretty much what we have now. And you can still see my blemish there. This foundation covers, it's a full coverage foundation. I don't have a lot of breakouts, but I do have a lot of like hyperpigmentation. My dad was obsessed with like popping bumps when I was in school, so I have scarring, and I've laid in the tanning bed a lot, so, which is not good. But yeah, I have like uneven skin tone, so I have to use full coverage. And then I just go over it with a damp sponge, beauty blender, whatever you have, just to make sure it's not going to get cakey or, you know. Then for concealer, under the eyes I use this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer. It's got like a little spongy thing, which I don't use to blend. I'm in the shade Light Pale. Imagine that. So it just twists up and you can't see the product come out, but it does. And I put this in a triangle under the eye and back. This is going to help lift and get rid of any dark circles because, you know, we have kids and they don't sleep. So, and then I blend it out with my ring finger. If nobody knew, your ring finger has the least pressure and it's not going to like make pull your eyes hard or anything like that. And I drag it down under my nose because women get hormonally red there because, you know, like we don't have to deal with enough. We have to deal with hormones and redness. So just blend that out with your finger. In patting motions, I pull it sometimes, put it in the inner corner. It helps brighten the eye. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Take your beauty blender again and just go along the edges to make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. Okay, there's that. Then I do more concealer. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi concealer. It's got a brush on the end of it like that. I just twist it up. The product comes out of the end. I go along the edges of that concealer just a little. This is good for highlighting. I'm not trying to use it for like regular concealer to like cover up stuff. It's good for highlighting. I go down the bridge of the nose because my nose is wide. So if you put highlighter there, contour on the outside, it's going to bring your nose in and make it look slimmer. You go Cupid's bow because, you know, my lips aren't big enough. This makes the top lip look fuller. Chin and forehead. Now, when you're using concealer to highlight, remember, when you put light, makes the things appear towards you, like out. If you wear white blue jeans, it's going to make your butt look big. But if you wear dark pants, you're going to look thinner. Think of it like that. If you put light in places, it's going to protrude. If you put dark in places, like when you contour, which is the next video, it's going to make it look sunk in. So, blend that with your finger again. Down the bridge of the nose. Cupid's bow. Sorry if you guys hear loud noises. I live next to a construction rock place. They're always doing something loud. Okay, beauty blender again, just to make sure it doesn't look crazy. And there is the finished white. I lied. You always want to set, where's my powder? You always want to set your under eye concealer with a powder. Because you have fine lines and wrinkles under your eyes. It doesn't matter if you're old or, you know, it's going to happen. So you want to set it with a powder so it'll keep it from creasing. And keep it from melting off your face if you're a grease bucket like I am. And I set my whole face just because I don't want my makeup to move or wear off during the day. And that's it for foundation. Look nice. Can't really tell because I'm on my phone camera. So that's it for this video. In the next one, I'm going to do highlighting and contouring, which I done a little bit of highlighting today with my concealer. It helps. You can do cream contour too, but I've not tried it yet. So when I do that, I will film a video. If you guys want to see anything else, leave comments below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and send me requests for what you want to see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.